Hello everybody, how's it going today? So today is July the 23rd. It's a Tuesday. It's about 9 a.m. Central Standard Time here in Manitoba, Canada. It is beautiful outside today. It's going to be about 100 degrees Fahrenheit, so I look forward to enjoying the weather today. That's why I'm up very bright and early. I want to get my trading and technical analysis out of the way so I can actually go outdoors and make use of the summer that are very short-lived here. They're usually about 3 months of solid weather, and then we get snow for about 6 months of the year, which is kind of not the best place to live. So let's get on with this, guys. It's been a while since I've been very active, and I give you guys my word that I will be much more active. I've been trading behind the scenes for privacy, for more focus, for more safety reasons as well, but it's not that fun being away from social media, so I look forward to providing you guys with a lot more insight with what I'm doing, and especially with what the market is doing, and my opinion as well. And for those that are still interested, oh, by the way, they changed up Twitter. I'm liking it a lot more. It's a little bit more compact, but there's less room overall. I'm digging it quite a bit. So for those that are still curious about my course, it's only going to go on sale, guys, till the end of July, right? So just go to my Twitter, scroll down a little bit, and you'll see this. Right now it goes for about 420 bucks for all 3 courses on Udemy, but may as well do it by crypto because we're in crypto space. So if you guys are interested in all 3 courses, it's going for 240 USD, which is equal to literally 1 hour of consulting or hiring someone to give advice. And here you're getting literally 40 hours of videos. And if you're not happy with it, I've been refunding people or offering to refund people, but no one ever asks for a refund because apparently I guess it's a lot of value for what you're getting. So give it a shot. Welcome to reach out to me anytime on Twitter, and always make sure you guys are talking to me directly and not someone else on Twitter, right? Always click on my name on Twitter to make sure you're confirming it with that you're actually talking to me. So anyways, let's get this show on the road. I'm very excited to give you guys an Elliot wave count. So first of all, we're going to get into some theory. A lot of my videos, as you guys know, has a lot to do with theory first of all, and then after that we focus on the practice and see how it actually relates. So we're going to go into detail first of all about WXY corrections. Okay, so WXY correction goes like this. Okay, goes like that. Okay, first of all, let's actually draw a line here so you guys can see right here. Okay, I know that you guys might be thinking this might be a refresher for some of you. Some of you may not be a refresher. So WXY, X marks the spot that denotes the failure in an impulse wave attempt upwards. And in these, you would say that there is an ABC in here, and then an X is some sloppy impulse that can fail along any wave, okay? Any wave. We'll just say, for example, the 5th wave failed utterly, okay? It didn't even make it halfway to the 3rd. Then that's where the X would be, like right around there, right? And then we come down here. And then within this first A wave, there's usually 5, like that, right? Who knows? It could be an expanded flat or something like that. It could be a 335. But we're just going to go with the basics. And we're going to go with something like that, okay? There's been many failures over the way. So here we call this a 5, 3, 5. With 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waves coming down, 1, 2, 3 waves going up, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waves coming down. That's why they call this right here a 5, 3, 5 zigzag. Sorry. Okay, that's what they call that. Once again, 5, 3, 5 zigzag. So then we get the exact same structure that ends up happening in here as well, okay? The exact same structure in here as well. Not the exact same, but you're going to get another correction that's going to be like an ABC, okay? So then we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So because this one attempts to make an impulse wave upwards and it fails, that's why we have that X, right? And so we got the W for the first ABC that it attempts, and then X, we can't call this W at all yet until we actually see a failure. So let's say it fails right there, right? And then it makes another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 coming down, another 3 going up, another 5 coming down as well. So we get a 5, 3, 5, and then we get an X failure, and then we most likely get another 5, 3, 5. That's the nature of WXYs. So once again, that's a zigzag that finishes, then you get an impulse wave up that attempts to break upwards, but then it fails. So you call that an X. And then, because there's a failure in the impulse wave, there is another ABC that ends up happening, okay? So there's been many failures along the way. Like if I went on the daily, just as an example, okay? Actually, I prefer the 6-hour chart. Yeah, there's been many failures along the way. That was a failure, in my opinion, right over here, okay? In my opinion, that there's been many failures along the way, but I'm not going to get into a detailed Elliott wave count for that. I'm only going to focus on what's relevant in this particular time frame right here today, which has been over the course of 6 days. But I'm also going to do a quick analysis on the monthly for you guys, since we're closer to the end of the month already. So if we look at the month, it's very bearish, guys. We're getting I don't even know what to call this candle, like a bearishly spinning top. Basically 2 months in a row now where we're finding resistance basically above, you know, the 10,800 range. That's where the wicks are poking upwards. Hopefully we can gain a little bit more volume as well. Break up to the upside, maybe one more impulse wave up. That would be very nice, but that's ideal. Hope it's not a strategy though. We did get a hammer here at the 8 moving average on the weekly, which is decent last week, but this week we're bearishly engulfing it already. On a 3-day, we're actually down ticking to the negative side for three days in a row, which means it's been about 9 days now. We're getting lower lows and we're getting lower highs as well, okay, on the 3-day. On the 2-day, we're sidestepping downwards pretty hard on the histogram, right? We ended up uptrending hard, but on the 2-day, we ended up getting this kind of shooting star / doji candle that is right above the 21 moving average, with a huge bearishly engulfing candle in the past 2 days that has downtrended about $800. So on the daily here, the daily is looking pretty nasty as well, okay? But I do believe, remember before I was talking about a convex, a concave, and also a parabolic, right? Parabolic moves upwards. So just to give you guys a quick refresher, that's one way that it curves. That's one way that it curves, right? And another way that it curves is like that. That's parabolic, right? And the other two, convex and concave. And this one right here on the daily, it's very clear that it was not really going to uptrend, right? It was in that kind of shape. So now we're probably going to test this 55 moving average today. I do believe we're going to successfully defend, in my personal opinion. I don't think we're just going to shoot all the way down. We're going to probably test this 55 VMA. It's a kind of hot, it's contentious zone, okay? On the 12-hour chart as well right now. We tried to, you know, a few 12 hours ago, we tried to break to the positive side, but it just didn't work out. So right now, we're actually just about to downtick on the histogram. So maybe it'll do something like that, the red one, right? A red line will do something like that. Okay, just to give you guys an what's the word? Extrapolation, okay? Extrapolation refers to you have a very limited set of data, but you're now extrapolating the information by filling in the possible future set of numbers based on the information that you have, okay? So this is very likely to happen as well, okay? And then we're gonna make this part green, right? So then we end up coming down to the downside like that with a small histogram tick, and then we get a bigger, and then it goes to the upside, right? On the histogram. So this is usually the formula where it crosses over once and then crosses that to the other side twice. That's a second pass, and the third pass is usually the one that ends up uptrending very heavily. So we're looking like we're gonna downtrend right now, but I really doubt it's gonna be for a lot, okay? I do believe that we're gonna probably get a wave up here right now, okay? It just seems like we are going to absolutely get a wave, in my opinion, okay? This is what I'm thinking is happening right now. I'm gonna give you guys very general idea of my personal thoughts on the WXY, okay? I think that the first one failed right there. That's where the W is. No, sorry, right there, the X, right? And I think that there's another Y coming all the way down here. I know you guys don't want to hear that, okay? But I hate to think to myself that this was the first ABC that finished, which seemed to have made a lot of sense, okay? That's the first ABC that finished. It actually did a pretty decent retracement. Let me show you guys in a few seconds here, okay? This one did a 786, that's kind of flavor of 2018. But more importantly, this is what the first one did, okay? The first one there retraced 382 level. exactly on the nose. Look right here, right? That's a 382 level. And this one tried to make an impulse wave up. It couldn't even finish. That's not an ABC to the upside. I don't think that that's an ABC. Okay, like this is my main theory, in my opinion, that this is now 1, 2, 3, and that's 4, and that's 5 right here. Okay, and now what we're doing is this right here. We're doing a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I don't think this is an impulse, an actual impulse wave up though, but I'm going to give you my other theory to let you know if it's possible. Okay, so like a lot of alternate counts. That's the ABC I think that's happening right now for Bitcoin. And let me illustrate why I think it's a really good place to be at least interested in Bitcoin, because we're just what's the word, like teetering back and forth at the 618 Fibonacci level pretty much right now. Okay, let's say I went from wick to wick, right? If I went from wick to wick, we're pretty much right at it almost already, just depending on how I move. If I go to end of the wick, we're almost there. We reached it by like almost like $20 today. So if that were the case right here, actually this would be B right there. Okay, that would be A, B, C going to the upside, right? But in my opinion as well, but I gotta be really clear that this structure right here, this one where I'm highlighting, is very difficult to count at the moment. It's very hard for me to break it down. But let's just say that this was the end of the C. Well, it's possible, right? It's possible that this is a 618 Fibonacci level, and then all 5 waves are let's see if we can break it down further actually, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Actually, you know what? If that were the 5 count, right? We're still actually missing a wave. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that's the second one up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a third one down. So then, if that were actually going to hold true, then we would only be correcting a small amount, right? But this small amount could still be enough for a small rally for me to be entering a long position. So if this were the actual case, where this one here is now 1, 2, and this is say 3, well, there's going to be a 4 and 5 coming down there somewhere. But I don't think that the third wave is going to be the longest, because we can just tell already right now that it's only at 786, not even 1-to-1, which implies the fifth wave would be the one that is actually the shortest. Okay, so either way, I think an uptrend is fairly imminent. Okay, and the reason why I say that is because if you look on the lower time frames, you're seeing a lower high, right, or sort of higher low, but you're seeing lower lows over here. Also, if you take a look on the 15-minute chart, I believe this is the one that I'm keeping my eye on the most. Okay, guys, that's the one I'm kind of keeping my eye on the most, where I'm keeping this as a resistance for the RSI. So if that ends up breaking outwards, I'm like right over here at this point, I'm going to be extremely happy. I'm going to be looking along Litecoin, just so you guys know, Litecoin or EOS. Those are going to be my focus for day trading right now. Whoops. There we go. Sorry about that, it's lagging a little bit, I'm not sure why right now. Okay, I'm gonna get this on a full screen now. Alright, so if this were, you know, the 5 waves coming down already, that could be the A, that could be the B, and there's a huge C coming to the downside. But there's still an uptrend that's imminent in my opinion, because, well, if that was the 5 waves and this is the B coming down, right? This is the B coming down right here, and there's still going to be a 5th wave somewhere to the upside. Most likely, who knows, right? Who knows? Like this right here is obviously creating a resistance, so we know that around 11,000-ish, that's going to be a pretty contentious zone, right? So that's what I think is most likely going to happen. But realistically, we're going to take the Fibonacci structure of the entire thing, right? Of the whole, just the A structure that I'm considering this as. So if I take a fib structure, you know, I'm obviously going to be targeting 786 level, or sorry, 618 level, right around here, right? And you can also see that this is another major resistance as well, right around here, right? So 11,900 is a major one, but you know, realistically, I'm going to assume first of all it's only going to get to about 11,000, right? Before I even assume 11,600 or 700 ranges, I'm going to assume just it's going to end up hammering at the top a few times, maybe even one more, failed wave attempt, right? So if this is now ABC, right, and this is the A coming down, and that is actually finishing the B up there, then that means that there must be another C coming downward somewhere, right? So who knows how the C is going to be? It could be tiny, you know, who knows? It could be super tiny. It could be something like that. But either way, if this one here is ABC and that's the W, where that's the X and ended up failing there, that means that it's going to make another ABC. So if I take out everything here, just to give you guys an idea of what my count actually is for now, it would be something like this. It would be A, it would be B's not even completed yet. I'm guessing a double top for B for now. And who knows? I'm guessing, honestly, you guys don't want to hear it, but I'm thinking like 8,100-ish. Yeah, like right around there. 8,100 is a pretty good point for me. And the reason I say that is because, you know, right around these ranges is because right now, like, we're fighting pretty hard right now at the 10,000 resistances, right? You guys see 10,000 bounce off of there, 10,000 bounce off of there, and then we broke down below it, tried to shoot past up it, got resistance at the 10K ranges, came back down, and then all of a sudden we finally broke past it, right? And then now we're breaking below the 10,000 range again. Okay, let me show you guys something pretty cool as well that you may not have noticed, okay? So let's just say we ended up taking I don't know, a slope line like that somehow, okay? Like, let's just say I go on a different time frame, something a little bit more convenient, that has some sort of bull traps or bear trapped regions, right? Something like that. Well, that's pretty damn accurate if you ask me, okay? Not only that, if you look to even some higher time frames, let's say you go to 12-hour, actually at daily, let's see how it looks on daily. On daily, that looks kind of sweet, doesn't it, guys? Right? Yeah, so you can easily tell right now that you know, it's finding some sort of relevant support here for now. And the way that I'm most likely gonna end up seeing this is probably you know, if this is a third wave going to the upside here, right? So, you know, if we consider something like head and shoulders, just as an example, people talk about that a lot. It's just as an example, that's your left shoulder, that's your right shoulder, okay? Like, if this were even the case, okay, that's and then we're still gonna get another right shoulder somewhere over here, I'm guessing. Who knows where it could be, that one there? But there you go. Now you've got yourself a head and shoulder, if that were even possible, okay? So I'm just giving you guys some alternate variations of different ways to think about things. But from what I think right now, guys, I think that we're gonna end up finding support here, okay? This made a beautiful impulse wave going upwards, as you guys can see already, right? That's the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It impulsively moved very well. But, you know, worst case scenario, guys, we'll end up getting a touch, like, I'm guessing lowest, maybe 9,800. And then we're gonna end up probably getting a pretty good run, in my opinion. Because, you know, you look at all the signs right now, and the histogram doesn't really look like it wants to tick down as much, right? It wants to actually end up finding support here, where it's getting higher lows every single time. If you look on the daily, it's probably pretty nasty right now, but the daily is actually fighting with the 200 moving average, like, or sorry, the 55 moving average, like I mentioned. So I don't think we're gonna break below it, guys. Like, if we do, maybe just for the day, but then we're most likely gonna find a solid bounce. So right now, if you take a look at it once again, right, we're at pretty much the 618 Fibonacci level. Worst case scenario, we get to 9,800, in my opinion, right? It's already in my mind to start accumulating right now for the day. I'm personally gonna be buying anywhere between 9,900 and about 9,800, because I think it's gonna end up getting a really decent rally. And the way that I'm gonna end up targeting this is, I don't know if this is an actual impulse wave going up, right? I don't know if this is a 335 or whatever, but, you know, the B would have been even higher, right? It could have been just like almost like an expanded flat, you can say, but usually expanded flats go higher. So another option is this as well, okay? Just to give you guys an idea of different alternate counts, that could have been an ABC, just like that, where this is a 335, right? 335, 3 here, 3 there, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 coming down. Perfect. So then now, you know, we could basically be looking at like that's an ugly structure, okay? Like I mentioned many times already, but who knows if this is an actual impulse wave upwards, or we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're just looking for a simple ABC correction coming to the downside. It's simple as that, right? We're like over the past 6 hours now, we're getting wicks. Every time this thing drops below 99.60 to anywhere under that, like all the way down to like 80, 98, 70ish today already. Everyone says buying right now. So if you look on the signs, okay, you look on the 1 hour, it's, you know, the curvature is going to the upside, but we don't know how much yet or by what factor. Right? Remember how I talked about you come down, you cross to the upside once, and then you cross back to the other side. That's your second pass, and then there's a third pass that's going to most likely happen, and then we go to the upside. Okay, so if you look, for example, on the 45-minute chart, you're getting here. You're getting obviously this here is a lower price. Obviously, here is an even lower price. Obviously, so you're getting lower lows, but here you're getting higher lows every time on the 30-minute chart, which is a sign of bullishness actually. Also, if you compare, for example, this peak, okay, to that peak, and then this one right there to that one, obviously that's a lower low as well, and that one right there is a higher low, okay? So I gotta reload this because the price is not showing here. Sometimes it does that. Alright. Okay. I think I'm gonna get a new laptop. This one's not, it's slowing down already. I don't know why. It's an 8th generation, but 8th generation i7 actually. Maybe I just need to clean it or something like that. It's thermally throttling right now because I played too many games on it as well. So anyways, guys, that's my intention, okay? My intention is to perhaps accumulate between 9,900 and 9,800. So I've given you guys my counts basically already as well, okay? So, oh, you know what? I didn't finish it. Actually, yes, I did say it. I said if this is B, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so that officially finishes it, which also means that this is officially finished as well, and it impulsively moved up very nicely. And now we're just searching for that final ABC coming to the downside. We got a really strong support already that's been established for a pretty decently long time, right? So now, but that's a good support to keep mindful of, okay? But a good resistance to keep mindful of is the $10,000 mark right here. It's a very sore place to be right now, okay? And I really mean that. Like right here is a sore place to be. You take a look right here, that offered nice support. You look here, offered nice support. And now I don't know if this is actually support, okay? Or we broke below 10K and now we're finding support there. Or if we broke below it too much and now we're finding resistance up there. So it's one or the other. But what I do see is that on the 2 hour chart, we do have these little combinations of tweezers, right? Which is a really good sign. You look on the, for example, 30-minute chart, we're ticking upwards pretty aggressively right now. Pretty aggressively with the histogram, in my opinion. So I'm very excited to see how that's going to turn out. On the 30-minute chart, for example, we got this awesome bullishly spinning top. And we got a hammer there. One attempt to push, failed, right? Or whatever, counts as another wave going up. And we get another nice bullishly spinning top there to show the bulls that they're pretty much in control for the day, in my opinion, right? You look at pretty much any time frame, and it's looking really good today overall. So I'm excited to be trading, right? Anytime you see a structure that has created a wave within a week, or one fractal within a week, for example, like this one. A week is actually this one's only been 3 days. Who am I kidding? My mistake. Like actually, but anytime you see an impulsively moving wave like this upwards, you always want to try to catch it, especially if it's over a period of a few days, right? So I'm really excited to long between 9,800 and 9,900, and I'll see what happens from there. But on the bear side, okay guys, I want to talk about the bear side. The bullish view is this. We bounce off of pretty much from right where we are now, above 9,800, right? And then we end up targeting just a high here, like around 11K again. That's the bullish view, because we've got a lot of different structures that are creating this support right now, okay? We're at an Elliot wave structure, 618. Lots of reasons to long it, right? But a reason why we could fail the bearish view is that, well, this is simply not going to hold. and we're not going to hold above the golden pocket, which is right here at 9,800, as you see. Okay, so 9,800 is not going to hold, and then we break well below this white sloped line. If we break below it, first target is going to be obviously 9,100. Okay, so I'm talking about right here. This point right there ends up breaking to the downside, and it's very easy for us to say that we just, you know, right around here is where we would catch it, anywhere between like 9,075 and upwards. Okay, so if we break, honestly, that's my opinion, guys, if we break 9,800 and we don't hold right at that specific structure, all bullishness is off the table. Okay, but if we break below it, we're probably going to find support anywhere between I'm guessing 9075 and up, 9075 and up, all the way to about 9200. Probably test those zones first. If they don't hold, you guys already know my stand of 8.1k to 8.8k. But if we do hold, guys, obviously the first area where we're going to be testing is about 11k. So those are both my views. You guys know exactly where I stand. But for today and for tomorrow, I do expect more bullish pressure going to the upside than to the downside. Yeah, whenever we're reaching a structure near the 0.5, 618 structure, there's always some sort of reaction, right? Or some small reaction happens more often than not. So anyways, thank you very much for watching this video. I hope it was not too long. And once again, for those that are still interested in the course, you guys are welcome to go to my Twitter, scroll down a little bit, and just check out this tweet right here, and says it all. So I'm looking forward to answering more questions of your guys's. If you have any, please reach out to me anytime on Twitter, and I'll do my best to respond to you in a timely manner. Other than that, have yourselves a great morning. I'm going to start my day by walking my little dog, and then I'm going to probably go wash my car and go for ice cream and watch a movie or something, and just enjoy the beautiful weather that we do not get to have as much often as we'd like. So have yourselves a wonderful day, baby whales, and take care now. Bye.